Whoa, what's good with your YouTube and YouTube busters? Your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And appreciate you for coming rock with me, like, sharing, and subscribing. And if you have an opinion about the situation that's going on, leave a comment below. I'm gonna read it. Because when you comment, our collective minds put together, we bring synergy. This how we starting the video off? You want to know how to high step in the end zone when you dominating the opponent, or when you scoring a touchdown and you get that break on them and you want to showcase your skills and let them know you can't touch this. You want to know how to break a tackle when somebody grab you and you could just throw them off for you, or somebody try to run at you with the hit stick and you see how sometimes somebody bounce off of them. Well, you came to the right location. After the introduction, we going diving. Madden 2020, let's do this.
Feel it right, told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right, told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right, told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right, told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night.
From midfield, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. And now the ball's hit. And he's in trouble.
If I'm correct, you feel exactly the same way how I feel. I'm a person, I look for information on YouTube. And when I look for information on YouTube, I can't stand when somebody put all this filler before they just saying something simple, quick, fast, in a hurry about some information I want to know. Now, with that being said, now how to high step on Madden 20 is simple. You hold a left trigger on the Xbox, you hold a left trigger and a right trigger, and you push A. If you on the PlayStation, you hold L2 and the R2 and you push X. Now the other thing about this is make sure you have like a 5-yard gap in between a person, and don't try to be like you on the 1-yard line and you try to high step inside of the end zone and it's a sneak up the middle or something like that. Don't try to do that because you will fumble. Now my best opinion is like how I just did right there. Give yourself a little space in between a person. You hold the left side, you hold the right side, and if you're on the Xbox, you hit A. On PlayStation, you hit X. Now the thing about it is the switch between, people don't tell you, like the switch between like the showboating when you coming across is, the difference is if you showboat and you don't like what you see, you could double tap the A button and he'll change it to a different one, and then you, like, if you let it go and tap it again, it'll go into a different showboat. So you'll have options, and if you kind of get used to who do what inside what area, you'll know exactly which high stepping way you want to do it, and you can perform it off to perfection. Other thing is too, like a person don't realize now, like me, I'm gonna give some credibility to myself. Yeah, I like to brag as well. Who don't, you know? But I'm like in the top 16% of Madden 20 right now, so I can kind of have a little say in this film, as in like when people talk about like the breaking tackles part of this film. This is the thing. It's not as simple to be explained as like some people will try to explain it or try to say, well, do this or do that, because every game is different. Like as in, if I'm playing on the Xbox or if I'm playing on the PlayStation, the timing gonna be different. So I can't say when this person get at this precise time, this location, coming in this angle, because Madden do have his legs. It's not as bad as 2K, but it have a little lag. And every game, like, or it might be your controller. Somebody might be hardwired straight in. Somebody might be using a wireless controller. It might be old, that's catching a bad signal. Your internet might be slower than the next person. So it have a lot of variables. The reason why you can't go for precise times, but you could say the key points like this here, as in if a person coming straight forward at you and you know they about to hit you with the hit stick, if you see them about to hit you with the hit stick, I don't know, your timing is a little bit fast, a little bit slow, but just hit up on the right stick. If you're on the Xbox, it's the right analog. It's PlayStation, same thing, the right analog stick. So once you hit right up on it, when you hit up on it, the person that's coming at you, they hit up, it's gonna bounce you off of them. That's a simple way of doing it, but the exact timing, with me personally is when I see them do it, I do it, and it works to perfection. But your leg might be a little bit slower, where you might got to kind of guess and do it a second before them, or you might be playing somebody where they have a little lag where you might see them doing it, and it, it's based on timing of the actual internet connection and what game system you playing on. And so I'm not gonna be able to get into too many details about that, but details I can talk about is, let's say if a person coming at you from the side and he grab you, right? So if he grab you to wrap you up, if you're on the Xbox, you get to tapping A fast, and if you got your free hand, it's the right hand if they grab you on the right side. If your free hand is on your left side and they grab you on the left side, you tap A on the Xbox. On the PlayStation, you tap X. PlayStation X, Xbox A, and then you get to tapping it fast, and they'll push them off for you. But if the ball is in the same hand that they hitting you on, now the difference is, if you're on a PlayStation, you hit O. If you're on an Xbox, you hit B, and that'll kind of spin you off for the tackle and break you off for the tackle. Same thing if they trying to hit you with the hit stick on the side. If they trying to hit you with the hit stick from the side, you hit on a PlayStation O, Xbox B. So therefore, when they hit you from the side, you'll spin off for them or bounce off for them. You don't want to do the juke move, because if you juke move, you could juke yourself right into a fumble. But sometimes if they hit you from this side, if they hit you from the left, if you want to juke, you juke to the right. If they hit you from the right, you juke to the left. And then on top of that, you got the opposite. If a person coming at you from a front angle, let's say 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. If they coming at you from 9 o'clock, there's a thing that they add in Madden, where it's like a paper rock scissor game now. So on a paper rock scissor game, so it used to be, if a person was coming at you from from the left angle, you'll hit the left. You'll hit left on the right analog stick, and you'll juke past them automatically. Now they have it where the person that's on defense, the way they hawk you, if you do juke, they could cut right at you. So now it's a paper rock scissors game, where instead of juking left, you juke right. So a lot of people won't explain those type of key elements to you right there. Like a lot of times you'll think you're supposed to juke left, you juke right. It is a mind game, so that's what I love about this Madden. And that's another key to if you want to know how to break tackles and juke and move around a character. Like if they trying to tackle you from the back, a lot of times you got to just hit the right analog stick up, and he'll break a tackle, or sometimes you'll hit A. It just depends on the animation. And one thing I didn't say, but it's very important, that not every person could break a tackle from anybody, because they try to make it more realistic. So stats matters. So if the stats are poor and the other person's stats are high, when it comes to tackle and breaking tackles, that will determine a lot more too. It not just depends on who can push the button the fastest. That have a lot to do with it when it's close. And if you could break a tackle that way, that give you one leg up over the opponent. That's the only thing I want to say about that. Now, with that being said, I want to go ahead and talk about, if you still here rocking with me, man, I appreciate it. And I just want to talk about like some of the things that I would like to see improved in Madden, because I know EA, they be watching these videos as well. Now, with Madden, what I like to see is, y'all remember the long shot and how they did 2 seasons basically, and how they came out with it. It was pretty decent. It was pretty good. It was a good start off. But see, I was like, it's that time, because if we have Netflix, Hulu, and everything is becoming subscription services. And if you think about it, you almost like paying a subscription service to Madden anyway, because if you purchase Madden every year, that's just like having a subscription service. They need to go ahead and add that in EA Origin and EA Access and etc. That way it'll be just a part of a subscription. And what I was thinking is, they can go up on it, whatever. Not my business, but that's their marketing stuff. But this is my thought. How they did the long shot, this will be the new future of this year. And this is a free one out there, just to let you know the synergy minds I put thoughts I put together. And if you have any thoughts of what you like to see, I want to hear what you have to say, because not saying your thoughts and my thoughts together, that's what bring this together. And maybe our voice will be heard, because if we collective minds get together, that's how things happen. So with me, I was thinking about instead of just doing a character design, a character arc, what they could do is they could introduce me or you as a person, as you becoming a new CEO or owner of a team. So now you have to put together your own team, and it's just make it like a whole different universe where everybody have to draft their own players. And when you draft your own players, you got to make your own stadium. You got to choose what type of food you're going to sell, where you're going to be located at. You got to pay like the taxes and stuff like that. So now they made it more Sims like. So by you have having to do all these types of things, and then you got to make a training camp, and you got to have your players in training camp. And the good part about this is, with the training camp going on, you have a stamina bar, because I know they don't want to really mess with the injuries and stuff like that. But you can have a stamina bar. You have two. You have an overall stamina bar, and you have like a game to game while you running, and you might get tired on this play stamina bar. But they can have it well. After you play so many games, your stamina bar start getting lower and lower. You can go to the gym and like do like quarterback trainings, but you know everything that you do costs money. So you got to make money by playing other people in real life. So now you winning games mean more money. When you play home games, you make more money. You set up how much you how much you willing to go up against another person, and y'all talk about different prices on money, as in, okay, if we get paid this amount of money, if you lose, you're gonna lose this amount of money, but we both get paid this amount of money just for having a game. And if you gonna have a home game, do stuff like that to make people start having to be a part of a community to play more games like that. And then once your team start getting more stamina, start going down, you get new players, and you add players. You could go back and build up this old player, or you can get more players out of college. Depends on how you want to create your team. You got your coaching staff. If you're gonna be run strong, pass strong, you're gonna be fan favorites. You're gonna be a defensive team. Stuff like that. Is you're gonna be a super. Say how you gonna compete to the Super Bowl, and you can have like your record and stuff like that. It kind of it don't show as much as it would like how a regular NFL record shows, but you have your own story that's going on that connect online to, so like you how many yards you gain. Let's say if you have a person like, you get a character like, and you say Randy Mouse, and with the Randy Mouse character, every game for 16 games that you'd have played, you threw a pass to him, and you'd have hit him for at least 100 yards for the last 16 games. Now his stamina is the decline. Now he's getting lower, he's getting slow and stuff like that. You got a choice to, like, redeem this character, as in take the same character and bringing them back and revising them as a whole new character, or you are willing to retire him, set him to the side, and you get paid off of this character to invest in some new character packs. So you can get a new character packs after you get so many cards, and these character packs is how you open up your roster and stuff like that. So you could trade these a person that you used to like, or if he don't fit in your strategy no more, or of a person that got tired because you've been playing with him so much, now he is not at full capacity. Do you want to invest your money into bringing him back, and refreshing him? Or do you want to let him go and get paid some money from him? And then you have a character story that's going on, well, while you playing the game, they still have like the elements of you talking to people and going to day-to-day life. So now you got a story mode inside of that, and they could take that, and then once this year over with 2022, they could do that. And 2023, they could have you where you could draft your characters. And if you come to 2023, that was a fire ass hit. And if you come to 2023, you'll get like a character boost, where like how 2K give you Gatorades or something like that. Let's say if your character to drop down to 40%, it'll double a boost from 40, now they're at 80%. Just just simple perks like that, and then you get so many new character packs, and you go wine and dine, and you could trade amongst people. So if you know somebody else, he got a character, and you have a character, say, hey, well look, I give you these two characters for that one if you're not using them. So you could go back and forth and converse inside with the community as well. So bring some of the same elements how they bring it with the Ultimate Team, and put them inside of a story mode like that. That's just my thoughts and opinions about that. So this your boy Triple Cup Chuck. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Like, share, and subscribe. I didn't want to rant before I told you exactly what's going on. So if you rock with me, I appreciate that. That's why I did that exactly for you, because I am the people. We are the people, and we do this for the people. So it's gonna be back. I'm gonna leave some gameplay for y'all to check out too. And if you stay here to listen to all this here, one last thing. If you ever want to get an issue in this Madden 20 Triple Cup Chuck, I got the same gamer tag as my YouTube channel. Share if you know somebody that you want to see play against me. I'm open for game and stuff like that. Remember, like I said, I'm like in top 16, but hey, I can be beat, but you got to show me differently. Leave a comment below if you think so. Well, it's your boy Triple Cut Chuck, and I'm out.